Yeah, absolutely, Rick, Vicky. Tommy Elliott, and he grew up in E-Town, was one of those people that really just everyone seemed to know. In fact, in his neighborhood, he was affectionately referred to as the mayor. And as a friend told the hundreds gathered here today, he once proudly declared, "I'm a country banker. I know people, not spreadsheets." Now today, a huge outpouring of support for the family and loved ones Elliott leaves behind. The church holds 600, I'm told, and there were another few dozen in overflow areas, including the hallway. The people we talked with say Elliott had a particular brand of magic, making everyone feel as if they were his best friend. And I'm told everyone had a Tommy story. And while we heard plenty of those stories, which brought laughter, today's most touching tributes came from his family and the governor, who is so close to the Elliott family. Get this, he was the one to call the banker's wife to tell her husband had been killed Monday morning. We want to share with you now some of those reflections.
However, the best thing that my dad ever did for me and Kat was to bring Marianne, Emily, and Catherine into our lives. Dad was the glue, but damn it, we'll figure out how to be the Tommy Elliott for each other, depending on one another, picking each other up. Y'all are stuck with me. And I wouldn't want to be just stuck with anyone else. But we'll get through this together. Haven't figured out how yet, but we will. One step at a time, and with the help of all of these people sitting in this church.
This is not the end of Tommy's story. This act of evil has taken away my love, my joy, and my partner, but it will not have the last say. I look to my God who is walking with me because he is a God of hope and of love.
Listen, Tommy was one of my people. I mean, he's one of the people that I would tell the truth to, because I know it would stay between us. And his support if I'd had a bad day, his support if we'd had an argument. It was a really special thing that lets you know that you get on from that moment into a better one. And I know he'd want all of us to know and believe that too.
And back here live tonight, I want to let you know Tommy Elliott and Governor Beshear actually met more than a decade ago. Beshear said today they met when he was a 30-year-old lawyer who a lot of people had written off as, quote, just someone's son. But he said Tommy Elliott gave him a chance. And today we heard that over and over again, guys. Tommy Elliott was the kind of person that poured into people, gave people opportunities. And above all, his legacy will be remembered as one of kindness. Reporting live tonight, I'm Lauren Adams, WLKY News.